All right, that's better. I was trying to figure out how to not blind you guys. I think I got it. Any honey buns left? Any of the snack? Yeah, I think there's a couple up there still. There's 2 or 3 in the fridge still. I've been good-ish. Corey, you missed my post in the filler. If you go back and look at the filler post, I posted my evening snack in there. It was pretty good. I had bought some of those, the Nathan's hot dog brand, but the Nathan's onion rings, I had bought some of those and made them. And then I get the Sweet Baby Ray's has like a, I don't know, they call it like a secret sauce or a, I don't know what it is, but it's meant for like onion rings. Really good. Didn't get the expected ice. Yeah, that's good. How was the Prism Oh, Sarah, the Prism hobby case is a break that I'd just as soon forget about. It was awful. Not something I want to relive. We are going to do we're going to do the Bad Monkey box first on this one tonight to get it done and out of the way. Saves you the time. Yep, you didn't miss anything spectacular. I can assure you of that. That Prism hobby case for 99.9% of everybody sucked. Got any more cinnamon rolls? Nope, the cinnamon rolls are all gone, Will. And I didn't eat a single one of them. My 2 kids ate them all. So, I didn't get a single cinnamon roll. All right, here is our owner list for tonight. We got quite a few in the filler. Only one I'm missing payment from is JJ, and JJ already messaged me and told me he might be a little bit later on his because he's out working in the snow. So, no problem there. We're all good. Duck race. This is kind of what we're looking for the duck race. Looking at the top 3, first, second, and third place. And then we've got 1 through 33. We got Glenn at the top and the bottom. So Glenn is the buns of the sandwich. The train, engine, and caboose. However you want to look at it. He's both ends. So we need 33 this time. Shuffle them one time. And good luck, everybody. I forgot I had turned the volume down. Looking for the top 3 is where you want to be at. 32's out to a big lead. That might not be ideal. Here comes the Harvick duck. Chase Elliott and Denny not far behind. That might be the order. Harvick, Elliott, Denny. Yeah. 4, 9, and 11. So first place is duck number 4. That's going to be Storm Ghost. Second place is duck 9. And that's going to be Andrew Bly. And then third place is duck 11. And that'll be Brandon Barton. Let me show you how that looks now that we got it all straightened out. So, number 4, first place Storm Ghost. Number 9, second place Andrew Bly. And number 11, third place Brandon Barton. Each of you have got a decent amount of drivers to add to your portfolio for the evening. So, good luck to everybody. Get this out of the way. And like I said, I'm going to start with the Bad Monkey box tonight, just because it's a little bit late. And I also kind of want to get this out of my way, so to speak. So we're going to start here and then go to our boxes. All right. So, Bad Monkey box. We've got a red Denny Hamlin Don. Now, these may not all be 2025 Donruss, but they're all Donruss. Red Donruss out of $2.99 Denny Hamlin. Going to James Holland. We got a suited up Sam Mayer. Going to Brandon Barton in the filler. Blue Donruss Chase Briscoe to $1.99 goes to James Holland. Optic Hollow Autograph Daniel Dye. Nobody claimed Daniel Dye. He went through the filler and ends up in filler 1 going to Storm Ghost. So Storm Ghost gets the Daniel Dye auto. Oh, I forgot Little Rip too. I didn't really forget, I guess. I just had that box in the way. Blue Donruss Ross Chastain goes to Jordan Hansen. Pedal to the Metal Sheet Metal Christian Eckes. Eckes will go to Storm Ghost, 2-color sheet metal. We got a red Optic Velocity Chase Elliott going out to Paul. That's out of $1.99. Turn of the Century autograph, Michael McDowell, numbered to 49, goes to Jordan Hansen. I like the Turn of the Century autos. I think they're cool looking. Red Velocity Optic Josh Berry goes to JR. That's out of $1.99. Blue Ryan Blaney out of $1.99 going to Andrew Bly. Lime Green William Sawalich to $1.99 goes to Thomas. This is a pretty nice one. Optic Hollow Kyle Busch autograph. Kyle Busch will go to Dave Blazevich. That one's out of 49. 2023 Donruss, actually. That's why I said it's not necessarily 2025, but Kyle Busch auto. That's not a bad way to go right there. Lime Green Sheldon Creed, numbered to 149, goes to JJ. We got a Burning Rubber Eric Jones for Anthony Hawley. Coming Attractions Carson Kvapil out of $1.99, going to Garrett Burkett. Optic Hollow Kaz Gralla autograph. Kaz went through the filler and goes to Andrew Bly. Andrew Bly gets the Kaz Grala. We got a red Ty Gibbs to 299 going to Jordan. Brad Keselowski pedal to the metal sheet metal goes to Thomas Jones. Red Dale Jr. to 299 belongs to Andrew Bly. Got an Austin Cindric pedal to the metal 2-color sheet metal going to Will Black. Will's always hitting. Green Velocity Ryan Preece for Andrew Bly, and that's out of 99. And then we got the Skull Bandit short print out of 25. Turn of the Century Blue Explosion, Harry Gant. Harry Gant went to Andrew Bly in the filler. In the filler. Then we got Burning Rubber Jimmy Johnson going to Dale. And a blue Kevin Harvick to 199 going to Nate. So that is our bad monkey box. Like I said, I wanted to get that out of the way because I have a feeling there was probably at least a couple people that were looking forward to that. And now on to the main event, so to speak. How are you guys feeling about the news today? The Roval out, Charlotte Oval in for the playoffs. Some people may not have heard that yet because it just broke this afternoon. But, and it's not the play. I should call it the chase because it's not really the playoffs. But during the chase, the Roval is not going to happen. It'll be back on the Charlotte Oval this year. I don't even think I have to tell you guys how I feel. I think if you know me one bit, you know exactly how I feel. Although, I do think that out of all the road courses, the Roval honestly might be the best one. If you want my honest opinion. Will says he's glad it's out. Jordan says, big fan of the Oval in, but not a fan of not having a road course in the chase. I think this is just me thinking out loud, but I think a lot of this is, you know, when we've heard Steve O'Donnell talk about getting back to our roots, I think he's hearing some of the fans who are saying that they're a little bit I guess maybe exhausted with road courses because we had a lot of them the last couple years, and they've certainly cut down on a couple this year, which I know is, you know, there's a lot of people that go both ways on that, but you know, the traditionalists, you used to get road courses about twice a year. So I don't know. I'm no road course fan, though, so. Roval and Tinkle. Yeah, no kidding. Spellbound, letter T, Chase Elliott. And we got an Optic Hollow, Christopher Bell. I always say that you should never complain about missing out on a card on eBay, you know, when you're bidding. You should never say, oh, I missed out on it, you know, because all you have to do is put in a bid high enough to get what you want, right? Well, I thought I put a bid high enough on a card to get a Christopher Bell auto that I wanted, and I got outbid by $3. Now, would that be that person's max, or could I have gone higher? I don't know. Got a taste of my own medicine. Should have bid higher. But I was kind of close to where I thought the max should be. Spellbound Larson, letter R. I mean, certainly I would have won another $3 to get it, but if the other person was willing to go another 15, then does it matter that I would have gone a couple dollars more? Probably not. So, just saved me money. That's all it did. Pedal to the metal, Chase Elliott. Chase is going to go to Paul. Yeah, I am good with less road courses for sure. But Charlotte's been racing really well on the oval. So, and of course, I've been very loudly vocal about trying to bring back Kentucky Speedway, which sounds like it couldn't be getting further from the possibility, because it sounds like they're trying to rezone that place, and it's going to not be a racetrack soon. So it's going to be very sad if that's what's happening. Out of 299, red, Alan Kulwicki going to James Holland. And we got a Connor Zilich Spellbound out of 99. Remember that time we did our first 2 Donruss breaks and we pulled 101 Spellbound Zilich in back-to-back breaks? That was off the chain. Zilich goes to Sarah. As Guy Fieri would say, it was off the hook. Optic Hollow, Austin Dillon. How about we do that again? That'd be fun, wouldn't it, Sarah? I'd be down for that. Blue, Kyle Busch to 199. I'm just trying to stack these base cards over here, and they do not want to stand up for nothing. Kyle Busch goes to Dave. Hollow Optic. BK. And Race Kings. Richard Petty. We are about to go in the deep freeze here. They're talking like negative, I don't know, -4 or something like that overnight. Wind chill is going to be probably -12 to 15 in the morning. So we're getting ready to go into a significant deep freeze, basically for the week. Red, white, and blue Allgaier. Hollow Jimmy Johnson. I have not, Jordan. Kyle Weatherman to 199. Goes to Thomas Jones in the unlisted spot. I ventured out of our house today and went to the post office and did get some stuff shipped. Our post office was open. So some of the stuff that we had from the weekend, well, everything that I had that needed to be shipped went today. And some of you will know I did a Whatnot stream the other night. And so if you were in on that, the Whatnot stuff shipped as well. But they did not receive a truck, a mail truck, at our post office. So what that translates to is, even though the post office was open, no mail moved to or from the post office. So I think they'll get a truck tomorrow, though, because most of our main roads are getting cleaned up pretty decent. They've done a pretty good job around here. BJ McLeod, burning rubber. We're still looking for an auto out of this box. Jesse Love, coming attractions. Jimmy Johnson, unleashed. Red and blue Dale Jr. Bombing -6 today. You can bust out the Speedo there, Brian. That's funny. Larson. Hollow Optic, Tyler Reddick. Zilich Spellbound. We are still missing an autograph. Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't miss it. Oh, there it is. That answers that. I saw redemption as I was fumbling around. Red Brett Holmes going to Thomas Jones Jr. We're going to have an IOU, which sucks. Redemptions do suck. I'm sorry. Waiting on a redemption sucks. If I could tell anybody that's new getting into the hobby what the worst thing is in sports cards, it's redemptions. Red and blue Jimmy Johnson. And Connor Zilich Spellbound out of 199 in the back. Letter I. Going to Sarah. And our redemption is... Oh, come on. Base Optic Signatures, David Starr. I have no words. I have no words. Why do the card gods hate us lately? It's the way it feels. Yeah, womp womp. That's right. If I had some sound effects back here, it would have been the whammy music. No whammies, no whammies, yeah, whammy. I mean, the blaster case of Prism that we did Sunday wasn't bad. And our last National Treasures break wasn't bad. Thomas Jones says, hell, even as the unlisted holder, I say crap. It's clap. It's clap. It's not meant in a... I don't mean it in a disrespectful way to David Starr. I mean it in a redemption suck, and then to not... If it's going to be a redemption, at least make it be kind of a high-profile driver, right? Like, that's all I mean by that. I don't mean it as anything beyond that. Filler, Unleashed Chase. Red and blue SVG. We got a green Velocity Optic Carson Hocevar. Going to JJ. 80 out of 99. The letter D for Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon's got the D. Oh. I'm not trying to give it all away here. We don't have a redemption this time. Don't know what it was, but it looks cool. Out of 299, Jake Garcia red. Going to Thomas Jones. We know it's right there. All right, Taylor Gray with the Pandora autograph. Now that's nice. I love these Pandora cards. Taylor Gray goes to Brian Kessler. Now that one's just bitching. 5 of 25. We'll take that. That's pretty sweet. Busher. We got a Race Kings Bell 146 199. Going to JJ. I didn't mean for this to be such a late break. I posted the break early because I thought, oh, there'll be some folks that are home today. And we kind of got off to a good start, and then we sort of just... It's like everybody took a nap all at once, and then everybody woke up from their nap all at the same time and was like, "Oh shoot, we gotta fill this thing." So here we are, which is fine. I don't care. I mean, I have nowhere to be, obviously. So tomorrow's day 2 this week of our whole household being on a snow day. Kids and my wife, which, like I said, they may only go to school like one day this week, if at all, because of the temperatures. Red SVG to $2.99. Going to Troy. Spellbound R for Dale Jr. Somebody should tell Panini that they should have put a Y in the Spellbound set for Dale Jr. because a lot of people call him Junior. And how do you spell Junior without a Y? Red Optic Davey Allison. Now, nobody took Davey Allison, and he went through the filler to Storm Ghost. 33/199. Chandler Smith on the Burning Rubber. Also goes to Storm Ghost. Through the filler. Zilich, letter C. Did anybody else's Facebook app update today and get all weird on them? Because I know mine did just a little while ago. And, like, the buttons that I want were in different places and not where I'm used to them. I was like, what the heck is going on? I even said to my wife, I said, I don't like this. I don't know where anything is. Don't know why they needed to move stuff around. It was fine where it was. Why you gotta move it? Coming attractions, Corey Heim. That's the old man in me talking. Larson. And Optic Hollow, Chase Briscoe. Red and blue, Jimmy. Another Zilich Spellbound, this time Z. Cindric, red and blue. Jake Garcia. Optic Hollow, Kyle Busch. I would take a nice gold optic tonight. That'd be cool. Spellbound letter A for Kyle Larson. Cole Custer, blue to $199. Cole Custer was unclaimed. Through the filler, going to Storm Ghost. We got the Race Kings, 73/99, Alex Bowman. Bowman the Showman. That goes to Cody. Maybe close to having all the Spellbound Zillich. Oh, nice, Sarah. That's cool. If you guys get it well, not if, because I'm sure you'll get it. But once you guys get it all complete, you have to take some pictures for us. Pedal to the Metal, Ty Gibbs, sheet metal. Going to Jordan. We got a black optic Ross Chastain hanging out in the back of this box. Ross goes to Jordan Hansen. $27/39. It's a bit of a short print. Chase Elliott with the letter T. I'm trying to go fairly quick for you guys because I know it's, even though there's probably a lot of people that aren't working, I know there's a lot of people that are, and work or not, I know it's late. So, not everybody's a night owl like me. I got to tell you real quick, if you have an Aldi grocery store near you, I don't know how regional or national Aldi is, but I get this. It's their Aldi brand or whatever, but it's peach tea, obviously 0 sugar, but it comes from Aldi. It's really good, really tasty. I wish they made a raspberry. I like raspberry tea too. Work's finally done for the day. Nice, JJ. Now you can get warm, get yourself something to eat, and crash out. Go to La La Land, because that's usually what happens when you've been working outside all day. Come in and that's it. Optic Mikey Waltrip. What since we're a couple weeks away from Daytona, what are you guys feeling for Daytona for a break? Last year we did a little bit of a bigger mixer. I mean, it wasn't crazy, but we did a little bit of a bigger mixer for Daytona. We could do something like that again. Or would you rather do something more along the lines of like a big case or 2 cases together, like a case of National Treasures and a case of Select, or a case of Turn 4 and a case of National Treasures, or just a few boxes of every product. Or Josh Williams is out of $2.99, by the way, and goes to the filler and Andrew Bly. But what are you guys thinking you feel like for Daytona? I kind of like the mixer. I don't think we ever did, or if we did any, I don't think we did it like a turn 4 case. I don't think we ever did a whole case. 132 of 199, Noah Gragson going to Scott Bastian. Case of each set of 2025. That would be incredibly expensive, Cody. 22 of 49, Christian Eckes. And it would take us a while to do that. So we're probably not to shoot you down right away, but we're probably not going to do a case of every product. NT has been pretty good to us, Jordan. NT has been pretty good. Eckes through the filler to Storm Ghost. Well, my concern, Cody, would be I don't know how fast you'd sell the spots at, when you got some of the drivers at a couple $100 a spot. I don't know. Fourth of July. Well, I don't know, Brandon. You got to remember, Panini pushed out. They pushed out Prism and National Treasures both before the end of the year. So even though we didn't get Donruss until, what was it, June or July, we ended up with 5 products in this calendar year. So I will give Panini credit that although they really stepped on their own, the first half of the year, they certainly pushed them out in a hurry the second half of the year. Purple Donruss, $64.99. Noah Gragson going to Scott. Yeah. Spellbound, Gordon, 2 out of 49. Goes to Gavin. Always enjoy a mixer, Thomas. Good. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm leaning towards, is a mixer. Now, we could do like a couple boxes of each product. Make it like a 10-box mixer. And do, 2 of every product. That'd be a pretty good mixer. That still wouldn't be outrageous. Suited up, Justin Allgaier, $47.99, going to Michael Clay. Okay, we got a Richard Petty. 9 of 25. I call that the mojo. Richard Petty going to Glenn on the short print. Nice Petty. Optic Hollow, Austin Cindric. Young Ryan Blaney. We're halfway done because this is the second half of box number 3. So we're halfway through our 5 boxes officially. Another Phila Unleashed Logano. Red and blue Carson Hocevar. Green Velocity Ricky Stenhouse Jr. goes to James Holland. 94.99. Spellbound letter E for Richard Petty. Red and blue Sawalich. Hey, we got a dialed in autograph. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. going to James Holland. All right. I'm going to move the Kyle Busch just because it wasn't a pack pull where the Stenhouse was. Give us something fresh up there to stare at, too. Jeff Gordon, letter N. Cole Wiki, Junior Unleashed. John Hunter out of 299, red. Going to Andrew Bly. Spellbound N. Dale Jr. Serial number break. No, not usually, Cody. And I'll tell you the reason why. Because most people, not everybody. So when I say most, I just mean most. I don't mean all. I mean more than 50% when I say most. But most people have specific drivers that they collect. And for me, I'd rather cater to those that are just trying to get their people. You know what I mean? I know the serial number breaks can be exciting, but I have participated in enough of them where I got zip. And that's why I really don't do them. I won't say we won't or, never or whatever, but it's not. More often than not, when we're doing breaks, they're going to be, pick your driver or pick a pair of drivers, or even the groups. But I like you guys as the collectors to have some say in who you're getting, because sometimes even in a random serial number or whatever, you might get something great that in everybody else's eyes is great, but in your eyes, you might be like, I don't care for this guy at all. Like say you get, Kyle Busch, for example. Say you're not a Kyle Busch fan and you get a great Kyle Busch card. You're like, well, that's great. I got a great card, but now I got to trade it or sell it or something. So I definitely get the allure behind it, but I try to keep our stuff I guess I try to mitigate risks as much as possible for folks. So, like I said, not saying we won't do it, can't do it, anything like that. Just not something that we'll do a lot of for sure. So. Empty box. Just like with wrestling, you know, we're gonna do a wrestling break on Saturday for the Royal Rumble, and we don't do a lot of wrestling stuff. There for a while we were pretty on it, but that was when it was affordable. We need a petition that makes wrestling cards affordable again. It's fun with the higher stuff. Yeah, Cody. So that, you know, you gotta be somebody that really likes to gamble if you're wanting to do high end and serial number, you know, because there, and again, you can, like I've participated in, like, you know, National Treasures breaks where they're random serial numbers, and I've never done well in one, but I have done really bad in a few. So, yeah, we've pulled, I think we've pulled a couple downtowns, Sarah. I forget who. I'd have to go back through pictures, but we've pulled a couple. You got to remember, Donruss has been out since, like I said, June or July. And I think the last time we did a straight-up Donruss break was a couple months ago, at least. But yeah, I'm not a big gambler. I've told this story before, and I'll share it again because I know we've got some new folks, but the very first couple of breaks I ever got in were on one of the big online retailers. They were doing breaks, and I got in one of their breaks, and it was like $60. Random serial number, $60 a spot, I think it was, for like a half a case of 2018 Prime. I did that like 4 times and got one card out of $240 or something like that. And I said, nope, no more of that. Because if it had been pick your driver, that $240 that I spent for those essentially 2 cases, I could have spread that money out over probably 6 cases or 8 cases of the specific drivers I wanted. So, Jeremy Clements out of 99, green, optic. Clements goes to Andrew Bly. So that's why, yeah, we don't want anybody to skunk, you know. That's why I say I always just want to try to mitigate risks for everybody. And I certainly don't think it's my job to look out for everybody else's, you know, financial stuff. Oh, that's a red. I thought that was a red and blue. It's just a straight up red. But at the same time, I'd rather keep everybody having fun than to have some folks really, really down. You know what I mean? It's not fun when that happens. Blaney red, and I've known some folks that have done terrific in serial number breaks, you know, where they've gotten, like some friends of mine that have gotten the 1 spot in a random serial number and have gotten, you know, 4 or 5 101s. And that's amazing. Oh, nice. Jeremy Clements on the Pandora. Not the biggest name, necessarily. 9 of 25, but a great-looking card and a great-looking autograph. Jeremy Clements goes to Andrew Bly. So that's why I didn't mean to get like off on a whole tangent, but that's why. But yeah, I swore from that time that I was not doing a break in a random serial number again that I was going to participate in, because I spent some money on those few breaks and basically had nothing to show for it. And that can happen in any break in any format. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, because it does. It happens but it typically doesn't happen at the rate of, for that same amount of money, you can participate in a lot more breaks if you're doing it by the driver than by the serial number. Unleashed Ryan Blaney going to Andrew Bly. It's also why I like doing the repack breaks that we're going to do. We'll do another one, not this Thursday, but a week from Thursday. And I know repack breaks aren't for everybody either. Like, that's not everybody's thing. But you can get some really good value and really minimize risk, because going in, you're getting something. And that's a big deal to me, is just knowing, hey, you're getting something. It may not be an autograph or a relic, but for sure you got something coming. Parker Retzlaff. Red and blue, Chase Elliott. Red Optic Velocity, Harrison Burton. Out of 199, going to Storm Ghost. It's kind of why that newer format that we started using for National Treasures, where you're picking a pair of drivers, it's kind of why I like that, because it's sort of a hybrid in a way, So instead of getting one driver, you're getting two. You've now increased your odds of getting a hit by 50%, essentially. Suited up Josh Berry going to J.R. Tipple. Spellbound Zillich, letter I. We've done breaks in a variety of ways, though, over the years. We've done serial number. It's been a while, though, since we've done any like that. We've done it by race teams before, where, like, you pick, like, all of Hendrick. So you'd get, like, Larson, Elliott, Byron, Bowman. Or you'd get, like, Penske and get, We've done it that way before. The driver groups format seems to work well. The groups also is another one that I find to be a good hybrid, because you're still picking who you're getting. You know what I mean? Ultimately. And a lot of folks, when you pick a group, you're after a certain driver or a certain couple drivers. And then the rest is just kind of like, hey, whatever, Like, I got my driver, and then whatever else I get, I get. So, I'll tell you what, I got it warm in this basement. I'm going to have to go, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go open the door real quick. Give me just a second, because I am getting toasty. Instead of cutting the heat off, we're just going to let it trickle over to the other side of the basement. Williams, red and blue. Unleashed Bubba. Man, everything's upside down. Good Lord. Hollow Optic Jimmy. Red and blue Custer. I am excited about the wrestling break Saturday. It's been a while since we've done wrestling. I'm still trying to, I guess I'm just, like I said, I think I'm going to have to just watch for updates on Twitter and see if I can pirate through somebody's TikTok and watch part of it there maybe, because I just don't have a way. I'm not going to pay for another streaming service. I mean, that's why we got Peacock for the most part, which I could probably stop paying for. I guess the only reason I'm kind of hanging on to it is because sometimes there's some sports over there that I want to watch. Blue out of 199, Ricky Stenhouse goes to James Holland. But I'm absolutely not going to pay for another streaming service. Pick the wrestler. No, it'll be groups of wrestlers. There'll be like 20 groups and probably like 9 wrestlers or something like that in every group, something like that, 9 or 10. 179 to 199, Ty Gibbs on the Race Kings, going to Jordan Hansen. So you're picking a group of wrestlers. It's a little closer to your, it's a little bit closer, like I said, it's kind of a hybrid, a little closer to your random serial number, but not quite. Not quite all the way there. You're still in control. Suited up Kurt Busch. But I'll tell you what, ever since Topps took control of the wrestling cards, man, the price of wrestling cards has just gone through the freaking roof. Kurt for Will. I mean, I've seen it even as a dealer at shows. The price of cards, wrestling cards selling is way up compared to what it had been. But they're pricing people right out of it because most of us can't afford, and I say us, I mean me. Like, I'm not going out and spending $600 on a hobby box of wrestling cards where there's no guarantee of any autos or any hits whatsoever. That's what Topps Chrome was. I think they still want $600 or $650 a box, and again, no guarantee hit whatsoever. Like, that's just not for me. Talk about mitigating risk. Yow. All right, last box. Empty box. Empty. I wouldn't say anything that we've had or that we've pulled is anything that's going to get you super excited. These first couple boxes, or first 4 boxes, have been okay, but nothing to get super excited about. Only one of the autos is really a cup driver at all, which, you know, we'd like to see that ratio up a little better. Yeah. I mean, you get autos in them, but there's just no, like, it's not even like you get 1 auto per box type of thing. There's just no guarantee. Like, I know I've seen some hobby boxes where there was no autos. So, my hope is eventually, sooner than later, they'll come out with the, just the straight Tops wrestling. Tops WWE, or whatever you want to call it. Some might call it flagship. Some might call it the same as like a Series 1 for baseball. Whatever you want to call it. Just regular, straight up Tops. They need to come out with that. And it needs to be like $100 a box. They're just killing the market right now. Unleashed Jimmy Johnson. Awesome Bill. Purple Luke Fenhouse with the rated rookie optic. Luke will go to Thomas Jones, 57 of 59. In that unlisted spot. Zilich on the eye. I think we might have another Pandora inbound. I see it kind of glistening. It's shiny. It's so shiny. 75 of 99. Sheldon Creed for JJ. Pixar, yeah. Pixar and Disney stuff is off the chain, too. Yep. Oh, okay. That doesn't suck. Let's try on a Pandora Optic Shane Van Gisbergen auto for size. And I'll tell you, because this is going to go to Troy. And Troy, I'm just going to take a decent look at it real quick for you, because I'm sure Troy's probably going to ask about potentially grading it. 12 of 25. I'll tell you what, Troy, I don't see anything wrong with that bad boy at all. There is one little print line that I think would, with very, very delicate TLC, I think it would come right off. I think I'm just going to leave that in a penny sleeve for now until I hear from Troy, because I have a hunch Troy might grade that. And if not, no big deal. But I'd rather just take some good care with it right now. That's nice. Shane Van Gisbergen on the Optic Auto. Nice hit, Troy. I love those Pandora autos, man. Those are nice. 39 of 199. Race Kings, Joey Logano for Mario. I also hope, for wrestling, I hope they bring back they used to do a women's division set, and I hope they do that, because that's where a lot of the collectability is in the women's cards. Not that the men don't get love, they do, but the women's cards sell really, really strong. And I don't think I have to explain why to most folks, but I think them coming out with a women's division set would be a huge help too. you add enough cards to the market, and eventually the market will settle down a little bit, you know. Purple Jesse Love, 81/99. Jesse Love goes to Andrew Bly. Speaking of markets settling down, or not settling down for that matter, have you guys seen the price of gold and silver? Holy smokes. Yow. Now, a lot of people don't, I know there's a lot of people that don't even pay attention to that stuff or don't care. But my Lord, those prices are off the chain. Record-setting prices every day, essentially. Optic Red, Dale Jr. goes to Andrew Bly. 48/199. Suited up Tommy Joe Martins will go to Thomas Jones. Tommy goes to Thomas. Gold is up over $5,000 an ounce, and silver is over $111 an ounce as of today. For those that don't care or don't follow along or pay attention to that stuff, back in like June and July, silver was selling for $30 an ounce, even $29 an ounce for a while. And I mean, it has shattered every record that ever existed in the last few weeks. So, wild to see that happening. I remember back in like, I want to say like 2011. Somewhere around maybe like 2011 or 2010 even. I remember when the price of silver got up to like $50 an ounce or something like that. And we were like, holy smokes, this is crazy. And then it settled back down. And it's kind of hovered for several, you know, for like the better part of a decade. I bet they won't. Is it immaculate or impeccable that they put the silver bars in? I bet you they'll stop doing that with the prices the way they are. Either that or the price of those boxes is going to go up exponentially. BK red and blue. Impeccable. Thanks, Thomas. That's what I thought, but I don't mess with that stuff enough, so I don't. Yeah. Oh man, those cards are falling over. What the hell? What are you guys doing? Just behave yourselves here. Act like you got some sense. Spellbound Chase Elliott L. Red and blue Riley. Unleashed William Byron. Red and blue Ryan Preece. And a coming attraction Raja behind that. Lane Riggs. Justin Haley on the hollow optic. Bowman, 204/299. Belongs to Cody Sharp. I was worried I was going to have to plug my phone in, and I think we're going to make it just in time. Corey Heim, 89/99. Unleashed with that explosive background. Going to Steve Teskey. Those are good-looking cards. Not the reflection in the back of that up here at me, but the card itself, good-looking card. Kyle Busch. We got Justin Allgaier. Pedal to the metal. 42/99. Going to Michael Clay. It's a good time to remind everybody, tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, we'll do a Prism 4-box break. Pick your drivers. Just straight up 4 boxes of Prism. Nothing extra or added or fancy or anything. No gimmicks or anything like that, or whatever you might want to call it. No gadgets. Just straight Prism 4 boxes tomorrow. 7 p.m. Eastern. Connor Mozak, black optic, goes to Thomas Jones Jr. And that is 36/39. And that's going to get us pretty much to the end. Jesse Love and Connor Zilich hanging out in the back of that. So, no spanking the monkey box. That was at the beginning, Brandon. You'll see the cards in the recap, but yeah, you'll have to rewatch it if you missed the beginning of the video. I did it first. All right, so to recap, we had a short print Richard Petty out of 25. I call that the Mojo. Oh, you mean tomorrow? No monkey box tomorrow. Nope. Just straight up normal. Pedal to the metal, Justin Allgaier, Tommy Joe, Kurt Busch, Josh Berry, Justin Allgaier, Christian Eckes, Ty freaking Gibbs, Chandler Smith, B.J. McLeod, Chase Elliott, Jimmy Johnson, Austin Cindric, Brad Keselowski, Eric Jones, Christian Eckes, and Sam Mayer on the relics. Autographs, we had a redemption for David Starr going to Thomas Jones. We got the Pandora Taylor Gray out of 25. Turn of the century to 49, Michael McDowell. Turn of the century to 25, handsome Harry Gant. Optic Hollow Kaz Gralla. And Optic Hollow Daniel Dye. We also had an Optic Kyle Busch autograph out of 49 in the Bad Monkey box. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. dialed in. Pandora Jeremy Clements auto, short print out of 25. And then we also had the Shane Van Gisbergen Pandora. I'll pick it up and show you. Pandora SVG out of 25. The only reason it's not in a top loader yet is I have a hunch that Troy may tell me to send that off to grading. So I'm just going to kind of wait and see what Troy wants to do when he's got time to make a decision or whatever. There's no rush here. So that's all I got for tonight. Again, appreciate everybody's support. Tomorrow night, again, 7 o'clock. Prism, 4 boxes. And, yeah, everybody stay warm, stay safe. And we'll see y'all next time.